Hi, fellow documentary makers, welcome to The Juniors, a podcast full of controversial film opinions and behind the scenes tidbits of the Imagine Fantastic Film Festival, presented by the Junior Programmers. I'm your host, Seth Verhaert, and I'm joined by my co host,
Elina Meinerte.
And let's just get right into it, and let's get into the what have we watched recently?
Well, as we are recording this podcast, it is currently end of July, and a certain date has passed a few days ago, which prompted me to watch a movie called Mamma Mia.
What day has passed?
It was July 17th.
Oh, and then
July 17th is when you watch Mamma Mia.
and why is that again?
Because
Let our audience know.
because it's the first diary entry in Donna's diary, July 17th.
And that's why I watch Mamma Mia.
And that's what, I mean, that's not the only reason why I rewatched Mamma Mia for the 10th time, but it is one of the reasons. It's, I mean, I don't have to explain what it is. It was very fun.
No,
I watched it with
yeah.
my flatmate. We sang along all of the songs. Great time.
What's your favorite song?
From Mamma Mia,
Yeah.
probably Lay or You Love on Me.
Sorry, huh? Lubba lubba lubba
Blah, blah,
loo.
blah. You've seen the movie?
Yes, I
You
have.
know the scene where they're singing on the beach and then like a bunch of guys like get out from the water and start dancing? I think
Yes.
that's silly goofy enough to prompt to be a favorite song. Or Christine Baranski doing a cover of Does Your Mother Know That You're Out? That's also a
okay.
great part of the movie.
Yeah, I love the Gimme Money. The money song. The one.
Give me money?
Give me money. The one. The one.
That's not.
I don't know. It's not the title, but it's the song where
Did you
we're just.
combine Gimme a Man and
After
Money
midnight. Yeah, I think so. I like both of those. Both of them are great.
Oh,
But
so you
I-
found a loophole.
Yes, I found a loophole to call them one song.
Nice.
No, but for real, I really like the Money, Money, Money song. It's
Yeah.
really good. I think that is my favorite, and I think that's my favorite performance in the movie too. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole dance around it, it's insane.
In
love it.
general, every time I watch it, I'm like, wow, she really did that.
Yeah, no, she
Meryl
did.
Streep fucking did that.
So-
I don't think I could dance like that, and I'm 24.
How old was she during the recording? Like in her
Maybe for
50s or 60s?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, that's insane though.
Yeah.
Motherfucker,
It's amazing.
God damn. Anything else to say about Mamma Mia?
Other than hopefully I'll watch Mamma Mia Here We Go Again soon as well. Nope.
All right, fair. Then I watched I watched this yesterday, which is as of this recording was the 19th of July. I watched Shaun of the Dead.
Good.
Again, I watched it for the, I think, at least fifth time at this point.
It's such a good movie.
I love Shaun of the Dead.
Don't even
Like,
need to
it's
explain.
definitely not the best movie ever made. Definitely not the.
Excuse you.
It is. No, wait. Let me get to the point. Not the best movie ever made. Definitely has some very outdated lines in it, like Nick Frost saying the N word.
Okay, yeah.
And also,
I forgot about that tidbit.
yeah, now that there's quite a few things about a early 2000s comedy film directed by a British guy,
Yeah.
written by a British guy, that it kind of has some stuff in it that wouldn't really go now. But still incredible cinematography. Love the editing. The editing in any Edgar Wright movie is insane. The way that the music works, even some of the emotional beats with what's her name? What's her name? The cute little romance between Sean and Liz, which is definitely failing. Also love the little moments with Barbara, his mom.
Oh yeah.
Love those.
Yeah.
She definitely didn't make anything better in the movie. She was definitely the main cause for everything bad to happen, other than fucking David, who I hated.
That rhyme.
Hey,
That rhyme.
I guess I should be a rapper. I think I'm gonna do rapping just like the kid from The Visit, from M. Night Shyamalan. I think I should just randomly burst out into song and then go like, yo, yo. every
think
5 seconds.
I think the amount of people around you in your life is gonna diminish drastically if you start doing that. So maybe you should reconsider.
Maybe I should. I watched Shaun of the Dead. Please go watch it. It's great.
I do think that out of the Corretto trilogy, Hot Fuzz is my favorite. But Shaun of the Dead is still a masterpiece.
Brother, you have not seen one of the Cornetto trilogy.
Okay, I saw more than 50% of it, so I think I have enough say in this
Fair.
matter. And I do think that even if I have seen The World's End, it would still not be better than Hot Fuzz. Like, I can guarantee
Oh no,
that right now.
definitely. I think Hot Fuzz
So
is the best one
what's
anyway.
the deal then?
Well, you should watch it before you make a judgment, brother.
Okay, I love Hot Fuzz enough that I'm sure that I don't need to watch The World's End for this discussion to be happening.
But I think we should still watch it together
yeah.
at least, because it is really good. Definitely the worst one in the trilogy. But
Oh, is it?
yeah, I think it is.
Okay,
But you don't know. You haven't seen it, so how would you know?
I can feel it.
You can feel it in your. Can you feel it in your bones?
Yeah, I can feel it in my bones.
Feel it in the waters. Anyway, what else have you watched other than
Yes,
Mamma
I
Mia?
watched a very, very fun movie. I actually almost finished watching it today. I stumbled on it very randomly because I saw an opinion on Reddit which completely threw me off because someone said that they like this movie better than the Blair Witch Project. And Blair Witch Project
What?
is one of my favorite horror films of all time. And this movie is called There Are Monsters. It's from 2013. It's directed by Deodato. The poster of this film is atrocious. It's if you ever stumbled on it on Letterboxd,
Oh,
just seeing the
God.
poster would make you be like, no, I am never actually doing that.
Yeah, no, that is probably.
However,
Graphic design is my passion type shit.
it's 2013 in its essence.
Yeah, it looks like a rap cover of like one of those horrorcore rappers.
Yeah, yeah.
It
looks
really
like, It looks
does.
like a Wattpad cover for like a very bad like horror fanfiction. Anyways, but the movie has pretty high audience ratings, and I decided that I was still gonna watch it. And it's a found footage film. It's basically Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but make it found footage and not as cinematic as Invasion of. Maybe the acting is also not that good. But the idea is very interesting because it basically follows this group of documentary filmmakers. They are recording interviews for their university or college. And through their journey, they start noticing weird behaviors in people. Like there's people who are just standing with their back towards them, not moving. There's people who are smiling kind of weird. There's they start noticing a lot of twins around, and at first they don't really pay attention to it, and then it kind of starts dawning on them that something is wrong.
Because there's too many twins.
It's too many twins. It's people just behaving like slightly off, and it's basically monsters who are invading the human race, and they kind of don't really know how to act human. So they're like, there's always something slightly off about them. And I'm not going to say what the ending of the movie is. I think everybody should watch it. It's really fun. The found footage aspect of it is a bit off because sometimes you're like, what? Who is recording currently? Why am I seeing this person's reaction if he has a camera? But a little suspension of disbelief, and the movie gets way better. And the third act goes crazy. I just think that you should check it out.
All right, we'll do.
Yep.
I'll definitely give it a go.
And it's only 96 minutes. So
that's good.
Perfect movie length.
Yes, indeed. Well, that actually brings us into the topic of discussion for this episode.
Yeah.
Which is found footage in general. What do we think about it? What makes found footage found footage? And yeah, let's see. Let's just dive right into it.
Let's dive right into it. What is found footage?
Well, found footage, I think, as a concept, is something that everyone thinks started out with a little movie called Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust is a movie that basically follows a documentary crew, uh, basically kind of invading a tribe in the Amazon, or in, I think it's the Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it's a tribe that has not been socialized, basically. So they don't really they don't have the customs that we do, and we don't have the customs that they do. And it's basically it. They're supposed to be cannibals, right? But this entire film crew eventually starts murdering all these people. And most people in the 1980s thought that this was real because it was shot like a documentary. It was, but the thing is, in the movie itself, it's basically two people receiving, I think, the files, or like the film roll of the footage of the Cannibal Holocaust. And basically them saying, yeah, we can't release this. This is too insane. Yada yada yada. So it was basically someone found this footage of something horrible happening, and that footage being eventually edited into something by the people who found this.
Yeah.
And that's what found footage in a nutshell contains.
Yeah. So this movie is basically the quintessential found footage film.
Yes.
However, at the time, it was not known to anybody. So the director was actually, I think, charged for murder.
Yes, he was. He had definitely had many criminal cases against him after this movie was released.
I think they had to bring out the actors to confirm that no, that people are actually alive and nothing of this happened.
Yeah. And this actually formed quite a bit of a trend with people thinking that found footage was real, because the first film that actually popularized the genre itself is the Blair Witch Project.
Which followed basically a very similar pathway of the very unknown cast and crew, who then I think were made to not do any public appearances for like a year or so, if I remember correctly, after the movie was released. So people also thought that the Blair Witch Project was real.
Yeah, people thought that these actors were actually murdered by a witch.
By an entity.
By an entity akin to a witch.
Sure. Which we then find out was a scary fucking monster in Blair Witch 2016.
Yeah, and that made me want to jump off a building, because it kind of ruined the entire thing.
Yeah.
But that's basically what popularized it. Funny thing is, however, that there is a Orson Welles movie called The Other Side of the Wind, which actually predates both the Blair Witch Project in 1999 and the Cannibal Holocaust in the 1980s, actually being made and finished in 1972. But it eventually only released all the way later in like the
2016?
Yeah, I think somewhere around that.
Something like that.
2016, 2018.
2010s.
One of the two. Yeah. And it's quite interesting that the first real found footage to actually popularize the genre is something that that movie was not, because it was a drama.
Oh yeah.
And this is not anything like that at all.
Nope.
Both of these aren't. They're both very horror related. There definitely are found footage films that are not horror, but to be fair, I think the ones that are found footage and not horror are closer to mockumentaries than they actually are to found footage.
I think found footage popularized also a lot of subgenres, and I think mockumentary can be named a subgenre of found footage, because when was Spinal Tap released? 1981?
I think so.
Because Spinal Tap is, I think, 1984, and it's one of the most well-known mockumentaries, and it predates the Blair Witch Project.
Yes, it does.
Then the fairly recent What We Do in the Shadows, which is one of the most popular comedy horror movies ever made, and it's a mockumentary as well. It's if you happen to hear any disturbances in the background, consider this recording a found footage, and it's a ghost.
Oh.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Anyways, mockumentary.
We were talking about.
And the main difference between a mockumentary and found footage is that the mockumentary is it's not meant to be shown as reality. So when you watch This is Spinal Tap, you know that Spinal Tap is not a real band. When you watch What We Do in the Shadows, you obviously know that vampires are not real.
Yeah.
And with found footage, it's meant to be presented as real. And from the very beginning, it was even shown to people, like people were made to believe that it was real. Now, obviously, we know that if it's a found footage film released, that even though, like, remember how on TikTok there was this whole craze about Megan is missing?
Yeah.
And people were like, this actually happened. No, it's a really bad, very badly acted horror movie.
Yeah, I watched, I think, around 10 minutes of it, and I already put it off.
It's terrible. But even now, people, very gullible people, still believe that there are found footage films that are actually real.
Yeah,
so you can see how the genre still holds up.
Yeah, and it's basically like a snuff film for horror fans, I guess.
Yeah.
If you don't want to watch actual people die.
Yeah, but you still want to get the thrill of, is this real? Is this fake? What's going on? You watch a found footage film.
Yeah, no, I think that's the best way to actually describe what the difference is between found footage, mockumentaries, and also actual snuff.
Actual snuff, yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of great examples of good found footage, but also a lot of really shitty examples of found footage.
I think also because found footage is so easy, not to discredit any work of any filmmakers, but found footage is objectively easier to make than a proper fiction film. So you just grab a camera and you go film some stuff. You dress someone up as a ghost. So that makes a lot of not very good found footage films. There's a lot of gems in those, like low budget found footage films, and there's also some pretty good like high value studio found footages.
Yeah, I think one of the best like big studio found footages is probably Cloverfield.
Yeah, Cloverfield is phenomenal.
It's so good.
But only the first one.
Yeah, no, Cloverfield was the second one.
Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, Cloverfield Lane is not found footage though.
Yeah.
That's like, I think, a whole different thing within the universe.
Yeah, and it's like a sequel or spin-off or something.
Yeah, I think it's more akin to a spin-off than it actually is a sequel. But I know that Cloverfield, I think it's a year. Oh no, sorry, Cloverfield Paradox. That one is kind of shit.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
That's also not, none of them are actually anything found footage related anymore. It's all just in the universe. I think only Cloverfield itself is found footage.
Yeah, and it's so well made. And I think I went into it blind. I didn't know what it was about, and I was blown away watching it.
Yeah, no, I was also really blown away watching it. Also started making Matt Reeves one of my favorite like new directors. Like I really love the stuff that he did with the Batman and also the Planet of the Apes universe.
I love the new Batman.
The Batman is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a completely different topic than found footage.
Once both of us watch Superman, we're gonna get to that.
Oh yeah, definitely. We definitely will. But I do think that Cloverfield is probably one of the best ones I've watched. There's, however, also a lot of shitty ones I've watched. I especially really don't like any of the Unfriended stuff. So both Unfriended and Unfriended Dark Web.
But I think in general there's another subgenre of found footage that is...
Hello?
Is another ghost?
I actually heard something.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of scary.
There was like a mini explosion.
So yeah, let's. What were we talking about?
Ghost. Because there's this whole subgenre of found footage films that is recorded on a laptop camera.
Yeah.
And those are also very easy to make really bad and more difficult to make actually good. Yeah, I think the examples, like you say, Unfriended is definitely an example of a really bad camera recording. No, it's not
Screen recording.
Screen recording, found footage horror film. But when you look at, for example, Host, which is a very similar concept because it was made during COVID, and it's also people on a call on Zoom. I think Unfriended is on Skype.
Yeah, Unfriended is on Skype, which is insane. It's such a weird thing to look back on.
That doesn't exist anymore.
No, well, the thing is, actually, it does. Skype still exists.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
I thought it didn't exist
like,
anymore.
my mom still uses Skype to talk to friends.
I'm really sure that it went off... wait, Skype. That's not... It sent me to Teams, by the way, when I looked up Skype. Skype was discontinued on May 5th, 2025.
That's so fucking recent.
Yeah.
But basically, my mom used to use Skype to talk to people outside of the Netherlands. I think her friends in...
Now, Skype users were like, not automatically, but they can move to Microsoft Teams, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, and as if you would ever want to use Microsoft Teams.
I think a horror film made in Microsoft Teams would actually pop off.
No, I think it would, because maybe a school horror. Like all these kids.
Office horror. There are like good office horrors.
You know, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, what's a good office horror though? Brother. I keep hearing shit.
Yeah, not only you.
We're in a fucking found footage horror podcast.
That's a new thing.
We have started the newest form of found footage horror. The horror podcast.
I think a good office horror is Mayhem.
Oh, Mayhem, yeah. Actually, I agree. We put that in one of our recommendation lists.
Oh, see.
Also, quick little shout out to the social media. Every single week, there's 9 films we recommend according to something that's gonna screen in the Netherlands. Hella cool.
Yeah,
go check out our Instagram and our letterbox, by the way.
Hell yeah.
But yes, other than that, there's definitely also a lot of ones that are really bad.
Yeah.
Like most screen recording ones, like Unfriended Dark Web. I didn't love Host, but it definitely was better than the first Unfriended.
Another, I think, very good one is Spree.
Yeah, no, Spree is really good.
Because it's also a new concept. Because it's what, 2016, I think? And
I think it's newer.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's like 2021 maybe even.
What? No. 2021 was cool. Oh, 2020. Okay. You were more right than I was right.
I know. I'm amazing. Why does it keep making noise?
Why does it keep making noises? But yeah, because Spree is a relatively original concept, actually. It's not just people being haunted by an entity on a Zoom call. It's actually about a person who is going crazy, and it's happening on a live stream. And it's such an interesting character, and it's such good performances and everything. I think this is a big standout in a screen recording found footage genre. Yeah,
no, I definitely think so too. And especially because it is so 2020 coded. It's so influencer, and it's I love it.
Very relevant to like. I'm pretty sure that if you dig deep enough on like Twitch or something, you will find a guy just like that.
You know, there was actually recently there was a YouTube feud between two live streamers where one of them shot the other one.
What?
They had a feud basically saying that one of them had a bigger sub count than the other, and then one guy killed the other guy with his wife in the middle of the street in New York.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's or Los Angeles, one of the two.
That's insane.
Yeah. No, it actually happens. Stuff like this, stuff like the shit in Spree actually happens. which is insane to me. But it does. And I think that Spree has only become more relevant the more like feuds like this happen. Because I think it has happened at least 3 times so far.
Yeah.
Where people get killed during a live stream.
That's terrifying.
No, it is terrifying. Which also makes Spree feel a lot more real than it actually is.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Joe Keery, right?
Yeah.
His name is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Keery definitely plays up the character.
Oh, yeah.
But it still feels like what a influencer would be like that is so desperate for attention.
And the whole plot line of him being a babysitter to this younger influencer who's actually successful, and him just being so jealous of this younger guy that he literally goes to murder people
It is definitely
fascinating.
But yeah, Spree, great movie.
Yep.
Probably should.
One of the standouts.
Yeah, definitely
sure.
one of the standouts. I think another one that definitely stands out to me is Grave Encounters.
Okay.
Like the first one specifically.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about any of the sequels. I've not seen any of them.
I've seen the second one. But I think with Grave Encounters, you can kind of look at it from 2 perspectives, because it is a film that is unique for the time when it was made.
Yes.
Because it's like 2011 or something. I'm just
I think it's even
making
earlier.
up numbers. I was not right about any of the numbers I said today.
Yeah, no, that is correct.
I'm just saying things. 2011.
Oh, you got it. First one. Let's go, baby.
And it's basically like it's basically the character of was it Zach Baggins, who's in Ghost Adventures?
I think so.
Yeah. So the main character is basically like a Zach Baggins character who's a huge fraud, and he just brings this like random guy who he says can talk to spirits, and the fascinating part is that you as a viewer can see how he's a fraud, so you're basically watching the other side of Ghost Adventures, but it's also real.
Yeah.
So for 2011, this movie is great at also kind of popularizing, if not even starting, the whole found footage subgenre of going to an abandoned building and what if there's ghosts?
Yeah, there's the ghost hunting stuff.
At the same time, it's the jump scares in this. Like, there's so many good ways to make this clever and kind of more... That was a ghost. Clever and more effective, but instead it's just a woman with a long face going "Rrr!" and that's like all 3 jump scares in this.
No,
so
that's fair.
I watched this movie probably when I was like 12 or 13. It scared me a lot, obviously.
Yeah, it terrified the fuck out of me when I was younger too.
Now looking back at it, I'm like, okay, I'm happy for what this movie gave me when I was a teenager, just getting into horror. But there are so many better found footage horror movies.
One that's really similar to this one is actually Gonjiam Haunted Asylum.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a Korean film, and it basically takes the same kind of approach to found footage as Grave Encounters does, where there is this team that goes into this abandoned asylum, but a whole lot of stuff goes awry. And the main thing is no one believes that this is actually a haunted place. But eventually it turns out it is. And even the main villain of the film, who actually subjects all these people to this whole stuff, because there's multiple people with cameras that are all connected to one main live stream, which looks really cool when you look at it in that perspective. But there's a fuckload of stuff that goes wrong. And I think this one definitely is one of the best found footage films that goes into like ghost hunting.
Okay. I'll make sure to check it out.
Yeah, and I think everyone should check it out if you have any way to watch it.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that most of the haunted places that you can visit once it's definitely another subgenre of found footage.
Yeah, it's just like someone with a camera going to investigate. What comes to mind for me is the Hell House LLC series. There's 4 movies. I think I've only seen 3 of them because I think I skipped the third one because I read the reviews and I was like, I don't have time for that. But the first one is actually quite good because it's basically this group of people who every year set up this horror attraction at like a remote place, and in one specific year they record the whole process. And in this specific year, I think it's like a hotel that they make into a hell house. And speaking of hell houses, we're in one right now.
Boo!
Anyways, it's a hotel that I think that they set up into a hell house attraction where they hire actors to like make it into a haunted house experience for people. And again, the whole thing is being recorded by the crew themselves, and I think there's like a demon connection. So there's, for example, these statues of clowns who come to life, and it's fucking terrifying. Like this was, I swear to God, this was the only movie that made me actually scared to be alone in my house that I watched in like the last couple of years.
Damn.
I watched a lot of horror movies, and this was the one where I was like, I don't feel comfortable with my blinds being open during the night.
That's crazy.
I don't know, maybe I was in some certain state, but this film was really scary. So I would genuinely recommend to watch the first one because that's a very good like found footage of people kind of recording their process not knowing what's going to happen. I think that's where it differs from, for example, Grave Encounters, where people specifically go to a house wanting to catch a ghost, and here they're just recording like the experience of setting up this horror house, and then they get swarmed by the actual horrors. So that's the very interesting aspect.
All right. And what have you seen any of the follow-ups?
In the series?
Yeah, the series.
I watched the second and the fourth, if I remember correctly, and they are kind of I think the second one is they are trying to investigate what happened in the first one. So they talk to the survivors of the first one, and then like they go back into the house, and it's like it's not bad, but it's not as good as the first one. Also because it just reuses what happened in the first one already. I skipped the third one, I think, and the fourth one is even worse because then it's also like I think it's just some kids going into the house again, and then the horrors happen.
So it all takes place in the same.
If I remember correctly, yes, because it's the hell house, like it's the haunted house.
Yeah, one of the only things that I can actually commend about Unfriended and the Unfriended series is that Unfriended and Unfriended Dark Web are two completely different films.
Oh, I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, the first one is with a ghost, right? Yeah. The ghost of like a person they have bullied or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I just remember the scene with the guy putting his hand in a blender. That's the only image I have in my head of this whole film.
No, that's understandable.
And the Skype moment.
Yeah. It's just clicking on the call button.
Yeah.
But basically, in Unfriended Dark Web, it's basically about a literal team of like people that are going after these people. Like it's not a ghost; it is people that are connected to the dark web, right? Which is where the name comes from, where they actually kill people. I also like the second one more than the first Unfriended.
I should watch it.
But it's quite an interesting horror film. I feel like it also takes some fun stuff from the crime genre as elements, but it definitely still isn't a great film. But it is better than the first one, definitely. And I think that also brings us to another thing that also kind of changes up the whole a whole genre, which is Wreck.
Yeah. Wreck is the one with zombies, right?
Yeah. Yes. Well, at least infected. It's never known to us if they're zombies specifically. But it is insane. I fucking love Wreck.
It's been like maybe 10 years since I watched it.
10 years,
so I don't remember it very well. It was one of those movies where like I would have sleepovers with my friends. We're like, oh, we should watch a horror movie. So I watched this one as like part of that experience. So I don't remember it very well. But I definitely have seen it. Not as much.
Really?
Like it didn't. But I think because I watched like all of the Conjuring movies, all of the Insidious movies that were out by then. So like that was kind of what I was expecting out of it
Yeah.
at the time. So this is what like, oh, like zombies on camera? I don't care.
Yeah, no, that's
But I think if I
understandable.
watched it now, I would have a very different experience with it.
No, that's no, but the thing is, I think that makes sense though, because Wreck is definitely a found footage film that sticks out from the crowd, both in performance and in the way that it is actually shot.
Can you remind me the plot?
The plot is there's this camera crew that follows I think firemen into a building that they were
Right.
called to.
I
And then this newscaster and the cameraman, right? They go into this house too, and then suddenly people start attacking them, and like a whole bunch of stuff happens. But I think the main reason why it sticks out so much is because I thought when I was watching it, I kind of thought it was real at the beginning. Like the same, I feel like I had the same feeling that most people have when watching the Blair Witch Project for the first time in
Yeah.
1999, where you're like, this feels so fucking real. Like, even though I know this can't happen, and if it did, I would have known, right?
Yeah.
But it still felt like there was actually someone chasing me, and there was someone that was trying to fuck me over and bite me, right?
Yeah.
And I think that that is a very it sticks out in a
It's very
certain way.
commendable to actually be able to capture the like what the characters are feeling. Even though again it's easier to do that in a found footage film because you don't really need to be putting much effort into how you're presenting it. It's just you're literally in the place of the person who is being followed.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's also not that easy to do.
yeah, no, I agree. And I think Wreck is just a sore thumb basically. It's always sticking out, and I think this is also one of the only films that everyone that would make a list of top 10 found footage that they would put
Yeah.
this movie on it.
Yeah. But
And yeah,
there is also sequels, right?
yeah, there is
Have you
sequels.
seen the sequels?
I've only seen the first 20 minutes of the second film.
Okay.
And I gave up on it because it felt immediately so incredibly different. It's kind of the same way
Like
that Hell
bad
House did
different?
it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
they go back into a certain place.
Yeah,
And
that's such a lazy way to continue the story,
yeah,
where they just revisit. It's kind of like, again, like those Conjuring movies, you know, where it's like they
Yeah.
just keep going back to, oh, this happened in this house, and now this is happening in this house. Even though then, I guess there's more variety in that.
there is a change of setting at least.
Yeah, yeah.
But it is every time the same kind of ghost in a
Yeah,
way, right?
yeah. It's a very similar story always, and just the characters are different, which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
And I think it also changes with Rec because it is from the perspective of a newscaster.
Yeah.
So there's someone trying to make a news item while all of this is happening. And for her, there is a reason to keep filming.
Yeah,
Right.
that's always the most important thing I think in found footage, which is also what when I was talking about there are monsters. What I noticed in like the first 10 minutes, because I was like, who's filming?
Yeah.
First of all, who is filming, and second of all, why are they filming? Because that film, they are like college students, right, who go to interview people.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are they filming when they are in the car? You know, like why are
Good
they filming
point.
when they're not interviewing? Because that's the thing with the Blair Witch Project, for example, that does it so masterfully. Because there's a whole scene where they address the fact that she's still filming. When they're like,
Yeah.
oh, like this shit is happening and she's still making movies, and she's like, yes, because that's all I have. Is because they're so lost, she just has to keep filming. She's a documentary student, and in most of these found footage films where the characters are actively in like the danger zone and they are still filming, and it's like, isn't your life more important than capturing a ghost?
Yeah, I think especially with stuff like Grave Encounters and
Yeah.
Haunted. Well, Haunted Asylum I kind of understand because there's multiple people
Yeah.
filming at the same
With
time.
Grave Encounters, like, it doesn't really make sense why they keep filming because they are frauds
Yeah,
and people believe them even though they are frauds. So there's literally no reason for them to continue to try to prove that it's actually real
yeah.
because they're not good people
No,
and now their lives depend on it. So it doesn't really make much sense.
to me it makes sense if they would give up. Like Spree also has a motivation. This guy wants to be
No,
the
yeah.
biggest influencer
That's the whole
ever.
reason why he's
Yeah,
filming is so to show what's going on. Same
mm,
with the as above, so below, for example. There's
yeah,
also like, why do they keep filming?
yeah.
They are in hell.
Literally.
Like they are literally in hell in France. Why do they keep filming?
But no fucking clue.
Nope. The
Because
movie is decent though.
then I still think the movie's really good. It just lacks that motivation to keep
Yeah.
filming.
There,
And
like, you have to have the little suspense of disbelief where you have
yeah,
to just be like, okay, I'm gonna not think about the completely not reasonable part of this.
yeah. And I think that is one of the only gripes that most people have with found footage, too, because found footage is lovely and it's really fun to watch, but why the fuck does it keep happening? Why the fuck do people keep making movies without a motivation to keep filming?
Yeah. A good example of this, I think, is Creep.
Yeah,
That one is it's so haunting, even though it's not paranormal,
no,
it's not ghost, it's not like uh, something that is very unlikely to happen because it's literally like something that happens all the time. You know, someone just hired a guy to go film his life,
no.
and
It's just supposed to be a documentary about this guy.
it's a fucking psychopath.
Yep.
Who-
And but still with Creep, I still have at the ending. Why is the main guy still filming? And why is he filming that he's getting packages from this
I
fucker?
what do you mean?
Or maybe that's in the second
I think
film.
it's the second because the first film
No.
ends with spoilers. The first film ends with the guy sitting on a bench,
Yeah.
and then the Mark Duplass, is that
Yeah,
his
Mark
name?
Duplass, yeah.
His character comes and kills him with an axe. That's the ending
Yeah.
of the first one.
Well, but there's also he also films that he's getting because the thing is, I think he leaves the house at some point because they're
I
in,
don't
in
remember that.
they're in a house in the mountains,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's where he has the little fucking wolf mask.
God, what's his
Fluffy or something.
No.
Something cute like that.
No, wait. Peach Fuzz.
Peach Fuzz, yeah. So insane to me.
Terrifying.
It is terrifying. But the thing is, like, at one point he leaves, I think. And then he
Yeah.
goes back home. And then he gets video footage or, like, gifts from Mark Duplass's character.
Yeah, I don't remember this, but it's also been some time since I watched
Yeah,
it.
no, I understand.
Because in the end, like at first, for a second, I was like, yeah, why is he filming? But I was like, maybe it's probably the Mark Duplass character who set up the camera to
Yeah.
kill him. So
Yeah,
that
definitely.
that makes a lot of sense. And then the fucking wall of tapes is
Oh,
chilling.
yeah. It is chilling. I think Creep is definitely an interesting universe to explore.
Oh yeah, it's because there is a show. Have you seen the show?
Yeah, there's I think Lost Tapes or something.
The
it's
Creep
called.
Tapes.
Creep Tapes, yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen it yet, but I'm
watched-
definitely interested in watching it.
I watched like half an episode and then it just made me very anxious. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch it in a different day. It was not the right time.
That's very
But
understandable.
I've
though.
heard very good things about it.
All right.
Yeah, I think that it's raining.
Why?
Oh, I don't even have a coat.
Me neither.
Bike. Well, the ghost fucking hates it. We are in the hell house.
We are in a hell
We're in
house,
the hell house right now.
but luckily we're still dry. While outside
Not
it is.
for much longer.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That's the same. Oh yeah, but I do think that Creep is also a better example of one of those. Maybe another subgenre. There's so many subgenres of found footage.
This is more of a
where-
documentary one still.
Is it? No, not really.
Well,
I
it's-
think Creep is
yeah.
very much found footage.
No, I'm not saying that it is a mockumentary. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the point of the point of this even existing was that someone was thinking that they were making a documentary.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Right?
there are aspects, I guess, of like a mockumentary to it, but in
Yeah.
its essence, it's a found footage. But there is the trope that's found also in some found footage films of this like something horrible is happening and the person who's doing the horrors are keeping tapes of
Yeah.
all of their doings. Like the Poughkeepsie tapes is one of those.
Yeah.
There's more, I think, where it's like there's a collection of terrible things happening and then we're just watching one of the many and then
Yeah.
it's just left up to your imagination to even like think of how much worse it can be for the other tapes, for example.
Yeah. Well, I think that's enough. Enough little movies we could have talked about.
Very good films.
Yeah, I agree. Also, if you're listening to this and you haven't watched Blair Witch Project,
What are you doing?
what the fuck? Why are you even
why are
listening?
you listening and not watching it right now?
Yeah, go watch it. Do it now. I will haunt you otherwise. Anyway, I think that's a great way to end this episode. Go follow us on our social media down below in the description. And yeah,
Thank you for listening.
thank you so much for listening, nerdies.
Don't go into haunted houses, even if you think there's ghosts there. It's
Yes.
not worth it.
Probably not worth it now. No.
The track record has shown us.
Yes. Okay. Now let's get haunted.
I'd rather not.
Okay, bye bye, nerdies.